everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. And if you're here for the very first time, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm Jane. My husband Mike is behind the camera. We're British, early retirees. We've got no debt, we've paid off the mortgage, and we live a thrifty, frugal and money-saving life here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Sunday, we bring to you an aspect of our private life, our money saving, our frugality, the way we live. Now, it is coming to the end of No Spend July. It's coming to the end of 2 months of the 6 months of no spend. And what we're doing on these Sundays is sharing with you the things that we get up to when we, A, don't have any money to spend, and what we do to keep busy, and things that we do around the place. And we have kept busy, we've had a lovely week, and we hope that you enjoy it. Let's roll the video. We get offered collaborations daily, and we turn down 97% of them. They don't fit in with the whole, is it value for money? Is it part of our frugal life? Is it something that we use or would find useful? So I turn most of them down. I can tell you some things that I just get offered so much stuff, I turn it down. However, we've been working with Aferiy now, and this is our second collaboration with Aferiy. We've had this piece of kit for well over 6 months, and I'm going to turn the tables today. I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to hand this over to Mike, because this is very much a tool that Mike uses all of the time. Mike, you use the Aferiy P210 all of the time. Tell us about it.
I do. I use it outside. I use it in the barn. Our barn hasn't got electricity, so a portable power bank is a brilliant thing. I use it on my chop saw for chopping up wood for kindling and for building work. I use it for a water pump. The water pump, we pump water around the garden to move it about into the tanks and the like. I also use it to charge Jane's strimmer. She loves her battery strimmer, and that's always got to be charged. And it's powered by the sun. And I use it for my power tools as well. So they're all charged up where there's no electricity.
You've used this a lot recently. Tell us how it's been really useful over recent weeks.
The recent weeks, well, France changes their infrastructure a lot. So we've had, and that's to do with power, because we had the storms and they're rejigging it a lot. And we had a power cut literally about 2 weeks ago, and luckily we were able to plug our freezer into the Aferiy power box, and it was powering it for 6 hours while the power was out, and it only went down to 50%. So that was a real boom. And only last week, you'll see in the video, we've been bizarrely washing the rocks outside, and because there's no power down by the rock, we're able to use the power bank to clean the rocks very efficiently when there was no electricity.
Fantastic. Mike, you told me that the jet washer draws 1400 watts. How long could you jet wash for on one charge?
I was quite surprised. It powers at 1400 watts really easily, and on one charge it could jet wash continuously for an hour and a half. So that we got a good section of the jet washing done. I did some, Jane did some as well, so it was very, very good for that.
Oh, it's a great job, wasn't it? Tell everybody about charging it with the solar, please, Mike.
We use it with 200 watt panels, and they're quite light panels. And when it's on a good sunny day, we can charge it from the sun in about 6 hours. And if there's no sun, or we need to charge it overnight because we've used it during the day, it takes about 2 hours to charge it from nothing to 100%.
Fantastic. Have you ever used the gas generator, the petrol generator, to charge it? How long does that take to charge?
Yeah, it's exactly the same as plugging it into the mains. We've got a gas generator, so if there's a power cut and we need to charge the box back up, it takes the same time, 2 hours with a gas generator, and that's no time at all compared to other devices.
I think I should add in that I can use the Aferiy really easily, and I'm quite tech phobic actually. I'm not a techie person. Mike's the tech genius in our house. But what I like about it is that it's simple and it's not heavy, and it's just open the panels, plug them in, bosh, it's away. So let's go back to you, Mike. Tell us what you like about it.
I like the fact it's got plenty of power, as you've seen with the jet washing. So that's good for that. I've written it down because I like it so much. It charges really quickly, whether it's the solar or through the mains. It's got plenty of sockets. You can see on the front of it, it's got like half a dozen USBs. It's got 3 main sockets, and that's really, really good. Another thing I like about it is it comes with a 7-year warranty on it. Now that's all from Aferiy as well. So we like it because it's simple and it's just easy to use for me and Jane.
I agree with you, it is really easy to use. We're a frugal channel, Mike. Can you tell everybody how this compares in price for what it does compared to the main competitors?
There's the big boys in this, the top 2 big boys in this. This unit is half the price of exactly the same power output. So this one represents really, really good value for money.
And why is it so important for us or anyone else to be prepared to have some power back out, especially with summer storms and especially with ours and winter storms and things like that? How do you think this really can benefit people and save them money?
The biggest benefit is that we have a lot of food in our freezer because my wife is a bargain hunter, and as you know, gets all the deals all the time. So we've got a lot of, say for example in our big freezer, we've got a lot of meat, and to lose that would be disastrous. So the Aferiy is our insurance. Without having to go to the insurance, if there's a power outage, then we can keep our frozen food frozen.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Mike. We're a frugal channel, Mike. We're all about saving people money. Can we offer people through Frugal Queen a really good deal on the Aferiy P210?
Yeah, Aferiy have given us there's a discount code, and the discount code is Frugal Queen. That's very easy to remember. And it's on, I've got the details, it's Amazon in America. It brings the price down to $899. In the UK, it's through Aferiy's own website, and that brings it down to £920. And in the EU, that's where we are, in mainland Europe, it brings it to €942. And that's half the price for the power bank alone compared to the big boys, as it were.
Fantastic. We do like to save people money. Thank you so much, Mike, and it's been really nice having you on camera.
First things first, I need to get rid of the weeds from in front of the rocks. Here we go, start this thing up. There we are. That's a whole lot cleaner than it was. Let's get the jet washer down, the Aferiy power box down, and connect up some water. And Jane can have a go at the jet washing.
latest quilt. It's going to be 7.5 foot by 8.5 foot, and each finished block that you can see here finishes at 12 inches. So I'm going to show you my methods of how to put together a quilt really quite quickly. Like many quilters, if I have fabric left and there's not enough of it to do anything substantial with it, not got enough of it to go into lots of blocks, then it's going to become a scrappy quilt. And I use Bonnie Hunter's scrap quilt system. So I keep all my fabric in 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches and 3.5 inch and 5.5 inch strips. So this is all my 1.5 inch strips. So all of this you can see is all cut and ready to go. So that saves me time. I've always got it cut and ready to go. So these are the finished 6.5 inch strips that go into the 12.5 inch block. And you can see what I do is I sew a load all in one go. So I get the first two together, right side up, right side down, sew it, and then I do the whole stack. So I've already done here, that's enough for 5 blocks, and this is going to be enough for 2 more blocks to make the 7 across. So I'll then do those, and I press those open, and I do the 2 the either side. And now what I'm going to do is put the others on either side of it, all of them, then go to the ironing board once, press them all open, then come back and put the rest on there. And then literally just stick on my iPad, see my iPad there, I'm watching somebody else quilting in that video, and they'll be done. And then I will get the rest of the blocks together and the first 2 rows of my quilt will be made. So there's a block with the new strips on either side, and I'm just going to press them all open all at the same time. So all the blocks are sewn, all the blocks are ironed, then I bring them back and put the next strips on. And this is what they look like when they're all sewn and all pressed. And now I shall trim them all. So there we are, all 28 done. You can see I sew them onto a square of old sheet of fabric, sew them all on, press them all open, and I've got the 28 blocks to make 7 blocks, which will be my second row of my quilt. And I make about a row of the quilt each day. And there's my finished quilt blocks, ready to be sewn together. So I make 7 at a time. I make 7 a day. So I do a row each day. There'll be 8 rows of 7. So in 8 days, the whole quilt will be finished. And I'll share something because this is quite bulky. That one I haven't pressed yet. There we go. I press all the seams open. And that's how I make my quilts so quickly. There we go. That is my quilt progress so far. So this amount took me 2 days to make. Not 2 days solid work, but I did that much in 2 days. So I make 1 row on one day, and that's just like a couple of hours in the afternoon, and another row the next day. So it means over the course of a couple of weeks it will all be finished. This is going to be a really big quilt. Just the inside of the quilt, not the sashing, not anything else, will take it to 7 foot by 8 foot. And you're going, Jane, you live in France, you're European. I learned all my quilting from American videos, and I do all my quilting in American measurements. There you go. That's 2 rows, and I have 6 more rows to go. I just thought I'd share with you my quilt progress. road that I live on.
Lovely big pile of brash and a nice hole over there in the wood. No disasters, nothing came tumbling down. Much better, but a fair amount to go. But that's for another day.
Thank you everybody who watches our videos. We truly appreciate every single one of you. We love all of your comments. We read every single one of them. We'll see you again soon, and bye for now.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done.
Hello.